Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Ria Varsami. I'm a shamanic astrologer, tarot reader and intuitive art therapist. In this video, I will be sharing with you astrological information about the first full moon of 2026 that is happening on the 3rd of January in the energy of Cancer. So we're starting the new year with the energy of a full moon in Cancer, which is the most powerful, potent full moon that we can have because the ruler of Cancer is the moon. So it's like, and also in the 13 degrees of Cancer, pretty much in the heart of Cancer there. It's going to feel very strong, very sensitive, very deep. It's going to bring a lot of memories from the past. A lot of things there, heart issues out there, things we just suppress, right? In general, when we have a full moon, it's always a time when we let go, when we really also are able to see things that we're not able to see before. Like the full moon always brings the light to things. Our intuition is very strong, whereas a full moon, and also we feel very emotional because the moon also is representing our emotions. Particularly this full moon is very interesting because we have this very strong Cancerian energy, and also we have lots of opposition with the other side. So of Capricorn, which is the super masculine, patriarchal, structure, responsibility energy. So from one side we have this kind of like mother, nourishing, feminine Cancerian energy, and on the other side we have like this literally crazy masculine, structured energy. So it's very interesting. And we have, yeah, as I said, we have some hard aspects, and also we have Neptune and Saturn pushing there in the last degrees of Pisces before changing cycles. And I want to actually talk extra in this video about these guys too. So if you're not a subscriber and you enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can support my work and I can continue making these videos for you guys. Feel free to like and comment on the videos. Also, I want to let you know I have a special offer. I offer a Track Your Moon Cycles, a pre-recorded workshop in which you can learn how each new moon or full moon affects you based on your birth chart. It's super beginner friendly. Everybody can understand it. Believe me, it's 1 hour and I have a special price. It's only 29 euros now from the 15th of December to 15th of January. Before it was 44. So if you want to take advantage, you can find the link down in the description. Also, if you want to work one-to-one with me, I offer tarot readings online and intuitive art therapy sessions. So let's continue. Okay, so first of all, I want to share that it's like a very like how to say, if you guys know a little bit about tarot, it's a little bit about like the Tower card. Something comes here to break our structure. We have the moon on one side, right? We have the moon conjuncting Jupiter on one side of the chart. Every time we have a full moon, the moon and the sun are opposite. So the moon conjuncting Jupiter, let's talk about this first. Jupiter is the best planet we have in astrology, not because some people write in the comments, not because I like it, because it's like that. This is the information we have from the scripts about the planets, right? So, and ancestors and all this kind of stuff. So Jupiter is conjuncting, the moon is bringing a lot of abundance, expansion, new opportunities there. And also because as I said, the Cancer energy has to do a lot with our feminine energies, mother energy, and also connects a lot with the heart. You will feel under this full moon a lot of heart expansion, a lot of like literally more connected with your feelings than ever before. On the other side, like we have the moon and Jupiter doing oppositions. On the other side, we have a stellium in Capricorn. Stellium means when we have lots of planets in the same energy. So we have Mars conjuncting Sun, Venus, and Mercury. All of these guys, all the inner planets, like most of the inner planets are in Capricorn. So literally we have a full moon in Cancer, but the energy of this full moon is Capricorn because the stellium takes over more planets there. So it's like interesting this as well, right? So Capricorn is the masculine energy. It's a lot to do with, as I said, like the patriarchy, the structure, the system, the finances, the long-term plans, goals, responsibilities, all this kind of stuff. And opposition. So one side I feel is like your heart is like talking to you. Trust your heart, trust your feeling. Your heart is telling you what is good for you, and on the other side is your inner structure, right? Like the tarot card is like, no, that's how I'm used to operate. This is my structure. This is blah, blah, blah. Let's say I'm Ria and I built this structure for me and my life. I cannot destroy this, I cannot just listen to my heart now. So it's like, it's very opposite, not only in the chart, but also the energy is also opposite. It's crazy. And we are starting a new year, and everybody's like, every year I say the same thing though, but yeah. every time we start a new year, it's like, yeah, theoretically we're starting a new year, but literally we're not really starting a new year until the end of February, where these two big planets like Neptune and Saturn will change signs. So let's talk a little bit about this, and then I will connect all the dots together. So we have Neptune and Saturn in conjunction, have been in a long time in Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So these two guys are closing their cycle for us. Pisces is a lot about karma, spirituality, healing, all of these things, letting go energy, surrendering. And Neptune is a planet that does 165-year cycle. So in this lifetime, we're not going to experience ever again Neptune in Pisces, right? So Neptune is moving into Aries, starting a brand new 165-year cycle on the 26th of January. We're coming closer to this, right? So, of course, Neptune has to do a lot with our spirituality, with our intuition. So, it's going to mean a lot for us as a collective, that this new cycle. Then we have Saturn in Aries. Saturn in Aries. Saturn also does a 30-year cycle, is in Pisces, again, closing a cycle. And Saturn is a karmic planet, it has to do a lot with lessons, how we learn the most in this lifetime. And Saturn will change signs and start a brand new 30-year cycle on the 13th of February. And it's going to stay there for 2 years. And Neptune, I forgot to say, Neptune is going to stay until 2039, actually, in Aries, right? So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, is a brand new cycle. These two planets are starting a brand new cycle. So literally for me, the new year, as I said already in previous videos, is from the end of February. So I think it's going to be in alignment very much with a new astrological year in March, much more closer to this. But now we are in this kind of like, we're in ending things now. We're in the phase of ending things. We're in this Pisces energy. We're closing many things right now in our life too, and we are getting ready for this cycle. And this full moon is going to help us to tap more into our heart and see what feels good. I want you to really ask. Making my shirt, sorry. I really want to ask yourself this question: what really makes me feel good? What makes me feel good? It's all about this, and really learn to trust ourselves, learn to trust our feelings, and allow this structure, whatever it's telling you. Maybe it's telling you to do a job that you hate. Maybe it's telling you to stay in a toxic relationship. Maybe, I don't know, it's telling you to keep doing something that is harmful for you, to keep smoking, to keep drinking alcohol, to, I don't know, whatever is negative for you, for your body, for your mental health, psychological health, whatever it is, right? All of these things, all this structure we create for ourselves in our life. And of course, this can also connect with a lot of programs and beliefs from the system of how they, because we are domesticated, all humans, how they actually domesticated us, all this structure they put in us from our birth to since we started awakening to now. So also is a lot about this like structure, like falling a little bit, right? And now I'm recording this video. I think 24th is the Christmas, if I'm not sure. I'm not really sure it's 24th, 25th the Christmas, always confusing. But yeah, Christmas also, you know, like recording this video in Christmas is very interesting for me, because I think Christmas is like another propaganda to consume and to just like, oh yeah, let's have some fun for like 2 weeks and forget how miserable is the rest of the year, like doing something that you hate or whatever, like, I have too many things, too many bills, too many responsibilities, too many, like, this kind of stuff. You guys know how life is these days. So yeah, I feel also a lot about this, talking about bigger structures, a structure that has to do with our little bubble life, going a little bit out there to the community we live, and a little bit more out there to the whole world, to the whole system. And of course, the system is not gonna just break magically with some unicorns and this 5D ascension thing people are dreaming of. No, it's not going to be like, we really have to do the work for ourselves. We really have to take our power back. Shouldn't touch the mic, sorry about this. We should really take our power back and start trusting ourselves, start trusting our instincts, and going back to be this wild human and not be domesticated, right? So yeah, it's a very powerful time right now, and for each of you, it's going to be very different depending on where you have these planets, in which house are falling on your birth chart. And for me, it was very interesting because I will tell you just an example to see. It's ridiculous how accurate astrology it is. Like literally since Saturn has been conjuncting my career path now. It's been like almost 1 year in Pisces, right? And now it's like really Saturn is in my 10th house of career, and it's like, yeah, the last 2 years I made so many changes with my career, starting like the tarot and the drawing and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's very interesting, like how strong. And literally since now Neptune also is in my 10th house, is like a lot of these things, like wow, it feels very strong, like it's really, it's very accurate, and how it's like awaken us and show us different things in different, let's say, area of your life, whatever is in your chart. And yeah, and always some things are closing, some things are opening, and more we are open to it, and more we're there to release and just be ready for some new opportunities. With this Jupiter there as well, it's like, yeah, things are going to flow. We don't have to push things there with Capricorn. We just have more to flow there with Jupiter. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you like this video. I wish you all beautiful, happy new year, happy full moon. And yeah, you'll find all the links down in the description if you want to work with me one-to-one, and if you want to calculate about your new moon and full moon based on your birth chart, about the new moon, not the new moon and full moon, you'll find down there also the link for that. Thank you so much, and see you very soon. Bye for now.